So before you enter in the market, before you enter in any trades, you always want to ask yourself, which direction is price moving? Which way should I be trading on the chart? What type of trade should I be looking for? Right? One way to easily find out which way you want to be trading is to simply look at the weekly chart. The weekly chart has so much information, it will essentially put you in the right direction of the market so that your trades have a higher probability of success. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. Say for instance, we're looking at the AUD CAD, the Aussie CAD on the weekly chart. And what we want to know is, at any given point, which way should I be trading this market? We see prices moving up, prices moving down, prices just moving on the chart. Now the first thing you have to understand is this. You have to understand what you're looking at. When you're looking at a weekly chart and you're watching the session breaks, what I mean by session breaks is this line to that line, then this line to that line. You have to understand what this means. You have to be able to read it. So from this line to this line on a weekly chart is 1 year of price data or price action, however you want to call it. It represents 1 year of price data. So let's say for instance, this is 2018 right here, right? So in 2018, price came down, it bounced all the way up to this level, came down again, it gave you a smaller retracement, it came down, overran the level, went back to test the level, came back, tested it again, and dropped down in 2019. Okay, now you will also notice that price dropped lower than the last level of support from 2018. So it's what a price has essentially done. It has broke this level of support right here and it's continuing down, right? Where do you think price is going to go, or what can price do? Well, it can do a couple things. Well, price can do whatever it wants. We can't really tell price what to do. But let's just hypothetically say this. First thing I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to clone this level right here and just drop a level here, right? This isn't a major level on the weekly chart, but I know it is a level. So what price can do is essentially this. Most likely to do a couple things. It'll reach back up, retest the level, to go down. It's what price does. Oh, don't want to duplicate that one. Now you want to say, if price retests this level and go down, where can price go? Well, I don't have a level here, but if I go out to the monthly chart, it may give me a level. There you go. The next level of support on the monthly chart is all the way down here. And that is a lot. From here where it is all the way down, 1700 pips. If it retests and go down, you can add over 1900 pips. But nevertheless, the weekly chart gives you an excellent idea of where price is going. Okay? And that can give you an indication on which way to trade. So let me give you another example. Let's come back out of here, bring this back down, get rid of this level. As a matter of fact, let's just throw the template back on there. Clean itself up. Let the chart clean itself up. There it is. So you see prices falling, right? Now, if you wanted to get into this trade now, from the weekly time frame, if you wanted to go ahead and take a trade, then you would definitely be looking for a short position, because price is trading below the 32 level on the TDI. Price is trading below the 30% level on the overbought oversold indicator, even though we do realize that overbought oversold levels don't really exist, right? But if I wanted to get in the trade, then what would I have to do? Well, I take my signals on the daily time frame. So let me go over to the daily and look. It's telling me what's going on. This is the overall move down. Price came up, didn't make it back up to this level, so it may have really good trend, strength in the trend, but it's still going back to retest this level of support right here. right? So what would I do if I wanted to get into a trade? Only two options. Price retest the level, bounce back up. That would be a counter trend trade. We're not really counter trend traders. Okay, we do take counter trend trades sometimes, but we know counter trend trades have less of a possibility to be successful than trading in the trend direction. So that's one possibility. Take a counter trend trade back up to the upside. Or we could wait for a break of this level to come down, price retest the level, and then goes back down again. You see it? And then as we showed in the first part of the video, where you could go to the weekly time frame to get a direction, or monthly time frame, or where the next level of support will be. But we know, based on the weekly time frame, we only want to be trading to the downside. Alright, let's look at another pair. Get another example. Let's go, let's go USD MXN, Mexican peso. Look at this. Let's go to the weekly first. The weekly shows you what? Price to the upside. Showing you prices bouncing off this trend line right here, and prices moving up. It also just broke this level. Okay, price could retrace and come back down, or it can keep going through the level to the next level of resistance, which would be somewhere in here. That's about 700 pips on the weekly chart. Okay. So now let's go over to the daily. Let's try to read the picture on the daily. Boom. Price is going up to this level. Your oscillators are showing you excellent momentum to the upside. I know a lot of people say this is in an overbought condition, but we really understand that overbought, oversold doesn't really exist. This is showing excellent momentum to the upside. I'm more along the lines of thinking that price is going to go all the way up about another 400 pips to this level right here before it goes down. But the point I want to try and make to you guys is that being that you know trend direction on the weekly, momentum to the upside, it gives you a great indication of what you want to be looking for on the daily chart. You can look for two things. You can look for price to continue on to that level of resistance, and then you want to examine it to get an idea on whether you think price is going to turn around. Or you can let price retest this level to do what, guys? To take a buy position to go up. Either where it goes, you know which direction you want to be trading in. Up. As long as you know which direction you want to be trading in, this gives you a higher probability of making successful trades. Alright? And that's what it's all about. Trading is not something that's guaranteed, which means you're never going to win every trade. What you want to do is have a strategy, understand the strategy to give yourself an edge. It's just like the casino. The casino only has a 4-point-some-odd% edge over the patrons that come into the casino, but they continue to make that 4-point whatever percentage that is, and that's how they're successful over time. That's exactly what trading is. You want to give yourself an edge in your strategy. You want to make sure you understand the strategy that you're trading, and then you want to apply the necessary tools. Money management, you want to apply patience, and you want to be able to stick to your strategy. Simply means when you have drawdowns and different things like that, because you back tested the strategy and you know the strategy works, it doesn't bother you, because you know, hey, drawdowns are just a part of this strategy. I go through it a lot. It doesn't bother you at all. But guys, that's it. You know, in order to find which way you should be trading, always go to the weekly chart. Weekly chart is going to tell a story, and it's going to give you a bias on what to look for in the market. And then you're going to look for a few scenarios that can take place, and whichever one of those scenarios play out, that's when you go ahead and take the trade. Okay? Hope this makes sense, guys. So I'm gonna leave the video for right there. I don't want to make it too long, but always start off on the weekly charts. Have a good night.